It's Tuesday morning. I'm back in Boston. That means back to training with Jeff. We had to miss it last week because I was out in Arizona, but as I mentioned in the video before that, when I was with Jeff, he was trying to give me some tips to prep for breaking the record on Pinnacle Peak. And I didn't break the record, I broke my record, and that's cool. But no, it was hard, and I was hauling ass, but I moved from the 16th spot to the 9th spot on the Strava all-time board, so I did break top 10, and that's super exciting. But then missing the session with Jeff, he gave me a list of things to do. I'm not going to tell you everything on there. You can just pause the video here and read it if you want, but I did a little circuit, and now I'm about to run down over the BU Bridge. It's about 1.5 miles away, and make it there in the next 10 minutes to go see Jeff. So I gotta go. I'll check in with the workout. Almost there. Check it out. Boston skyline in the fog. Pretty cool. What's up, man?
What's happening, buddy?
How you doing?
Good morning.
Sorry I'm late.
How's your run?
Good. Let me stop the podcast, stop the Strava. Dude, so I'm a little bit late this morning because I feel like you can't take dogs for a walk without having a conversation with somebody. And I ran into my buddy Joe, who lives next door. We got to talking. I was trying to hurry it along, but then I got inside. I left them, booked it here, and that's what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Skipped a week, but
we're back.
Stayed active.
Training Tuesday.
Yeah, and you just moved into a new place.
I did. I just moved to a new home on this weekend, so did a lot of farmer carries with large boxes up and down stairs. Really good functional training.
That is good. Did you have other people helping you?
I had one other person and my wonderful lady Claire.
Okay, the one other person, is that just a friend?
It's actually another client.
Another client?
Yeah.
All right, so you made it a workout.
Yes.
That's good. I feel like that's how you find who your true friends are, who say yes when you have to move.
Yeah.
Who's gonna help. And I have found over the last few years that whenever people have like moves to do or like shit that's gonna suck that they have to get done, they ask me and they're like, no, dude, it's like it's gonna be a workout. It's like training. Think of it as training.
It's like training.
And they know I'm just a sucker for that.
I love that stuff. You know, I'm like, yeah, you want to lift up some heavy things and move it around? Great, I'm in. So yeah.
All right, let's get to it today, and then we'll film throughout and do a little check-in at the end. I'm like rolling over myself.
There we go. That was a much better
That was a good transition.
rep. Focus, smile.
So we covered a lot today. We talked about a lot.
Talked about a lot, yeah.
Start us off. What did we kind of work on and why?
I'm gonna throw the question back at you.
Back
What do
at me.
you remember?
What do I remember
from
that we
today's
worked on?
session? Yeah, what are your takeaways?
I remember my neck and shoulders getting really sore. I remember my lower abdominals and my hamstrings and quads getting really locked out. No, those are the pain points you remember. But like, as far as the stuff we went through, I remember we did the bear crawl. We did the pull-up pyramid with the leg lifts. We did the arm retraction, what was it, like the breaststroke kind of, stretch.
Good, big pinch and squeeze, arms, fingers long.
Trying to replay all of this.
You can watch, you can see the gears turning in his head as he's reviewing today's workout.
Yeah.
But I think what you were saying, like how you started about, these were the things that I noticed that kind of hurt, but then also, wait, what are the lessons that I'm taking away from this? I think it's very common for us to begin with our pain points, to begin with what's wrong. And even in a workout, it's really easy to just sort of focus on like the discomfort of it all and kind of like the suck or the shittiness or the parts that you don't like. Or you can take this opposite approach and come out of it and be like, well, what was working well? What did I learn? What did I notice? Or, what did I enjoy in how I got to move my body today? So I think it's really important to not forget to focus on those positive elements. We've talked a lot about, kind of challenging your comfort zone, finding that optimal place of growth. And for me, that is a place where you are uncomfortable, but not unsafe, right? So there is going to be some inherent discomfort. That means you're at the edge of your capacity. That means you are stretching into that zone where you've never been before, right? Like you're trying to develop something new inside of you, and that's awesome, but it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. But it shouldn't be unsafe. It should never feel like really painful. It should never feel like you're going to injure yourself, or it should never feel like you're putting yourself in harm's way, where your life could be significantly threatened. So it's finding that Goldilocks zone of being uncomfortable but not unsafe.
This is something that I do personally with like psychological development and with travel and adventure. That's my world. But when it comes to workouts, this is outside of my comfort zone. Is having this routine, this discipline to get uncomfortable in the physical space here.
Yeah, and it's funny how in certain domains of our life we might be really good at that, and in other domains maybe not. But when you begin to work on all of them together, and I think for me, exercise is that daily practice of getting in that uncomfortable space, hanging out there, working there deliberately for a little while, and that gives me such motivation to then go out and also get uncomfortable in my professional life, in relationships, in all these other places, because I always want to be growing. I always want to be progressing, and that's the key.
So what's next for you? What's your growth and progression between now and our next session?
I'm probably going to stick around here for a little bit and do my own workout back on this wonderful playground where we've been hanging out over here.
It's a great little space.
It's a great little space. If you are ever in Boston or Cambridge or Somerville, this place is right down by the Charles River. It's a wonderful spot to come work out and play, especially when you have a beautiful sunny day like this. So I'm going to be working on things like handstands, muscle ups, probably doing some kind of single leg explosive work, some sprinting drills, and just generally enjoying, moving my body. A lot of times I'll go into a workout with a game plan, but also holding that game plan loosely and sort of sensing in, what does my body need today? What do I feel? Are there things that need to be, released, reset, loosened? Are there other things that need to be tightened and stabilized? And that's where we move from sort of the science of exercise to the personal art form. And, that's always going to be a balance there.
So to see what Jeff is up to, follow him at Jeffrey Siegel Wellness, jeffsiegelwellness.com. And for me, I'm going to be off climbing Mount Shasta this weekend. So follow me and Explore Inspired up that uncomfortable adventure.
Awesome.